Pathway to Success. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Hunter. And with us this evening, we have Third World Don. Yeah, man. He's from out of Kingston, Jamaica. And so here with us this evening. Third World Don is a rapper and a producer. And his real name, he goes by, his real name is Michael Bennett, also known as Third World Don or Mike Beats. Is a Jamaican hip-hop recording artist and producer from Kingston, Jamaica. His production resume includes notable pop acts such as T-Pain, that's Paul, Trina, Sierra, Waltz, and East Coast duo CNN. Wow, that's different. That's Capone and Noriega. He is a member of the Miami group Wizard Sleeve, most known for their hit single Riverside Let's Go, released by Data Records in 2010. The single entered the charts at number 2 in the UK and Ireland and is noted as one of BBC number one's top 40 singles of that era with over 20 million, I love that 20, it's 30 million man, stream on the digital platform Spotify. In 2011, he released a solo project, Boom Bap. I like that. Boom Bap, man. Produced by Norwegian beat maker Adonis. The 10th EP features several musical artists. Don has also worked with US rapper Seagan, Sean Price, and Capadonna from Wu-Tang Clan. After relocating to Las Vegas in 2017, Third World Don inked a recording contract with 10K Projects, a label owned by Elliot Range, son of billionaire music mogul and Universal Music Group Chief Executive Officer Lucian Grange. He then released his single, Ray Charles, to much critical acclaim. The song is also featured on Universal Music Group's curated hip-hop alternative compilation album. Don has since released a handful of buzzworthy tracks in recent years, such as Blessed, Kelly Price, and I'm going to ask you what that means, Kelly Price. We're going to talk about an FDB, which features label mate Trippie Redd. Oh my God, welcome to Pathway to Success, Third World Don.
Thank you.
Great to have you in the house, man.
Yeah, man.
Big up every time.
Yeah, man.
See that?
Yeah,
Yeah, man. One love, one love, one love. Tell us about yourself. How do you get started in music?
So I go by the name Third World Don. I'm a Jamaican hip hop artist, producer, director, writer, all the above. I got my start in music when I was, I think, maybe like 12 years old.
Yeah.
So my dad, he's a very well-known radio personality and concert promoter in Jamaica. So he did the concert series Heineken Start Time. You know, a lot of
I know that. I know Heineken Start Time.
Yeah, so my dad is the one behind Heineken Start Time. He's also he had a modeling agency called Miguel Models.
Mm-hmm.
So he's very big in Jamaican culture. It's kind of like a staple in the music industry and the fashion industry. So I kind of grew up around him throwing concerts, him being on the radio, him going out DJing, spinning. So my whole life I grew up around music. And when I was 12 years old, I started to discover, I had my first computer, for my 12th birthday. So I started discovering the internet and how to make and create music on the computer. And that's pretty much how I got my start. And, growing up in Jamaica, dance hall, reggae music, that was kind of like the main genre.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I just had a bug. Like the first time I heard hip hop music, I just had a bug. And that grew and grew as I got older, and I just started tapping into that, and that's how I started.
That's how you started. Yeah. So your father really, because I've been to several Heineken Start Time, I've always enjoyed that, and so that's where the love for music and the love for fashion, you're very fashionable also, came about. And for you being a Jamaican, it's great to see that you're a rapper, because do we have any more Jamaican rappers? I know Busta Rhymes is a Jamaican, right?
So Busta Rhymes is well, you know what? I'm not gonna speak on
What?
Big up the general Busta Rhymes.
Where was he born? Because people always say to me that he's Jamaican. Was he born in Jamaica or is of Jamaican parentage?
If y'all want to know where Busta Rhymes was born, y'all go to www.google.com. Y'all can find out where he was born, his age, all of that information. But I'm gonna say a special shout out to the OG Busta Rhymes because that's definitely one of the people that has influenced me. And I've been around him, I've met him, and he's given me jewels, and nothing but love.
Yeah. So your music, you're in the hip hop industry. How does the hip hop person knowing that you're from Jamaica and they're used to the reggae, the dancehall genre? How do they embrace you? What has been how do they receive you knowing that you're Jamaican?
So I'll tell you this. I'll tell you a funny story. When I was growing up in Jamaica, I started like really taking my music seriously in maybe like high school.
Yeah.
So I would be, recording these demos at my house and coming to school with the Walkman. I don't know if you remember.
I remember
If y'all old enough to remember.
I'm older than you.
Walkman.
I remember.
Yeah, because I remember at that age when I was 12, 13, a CD burner was like a game changer. You know what I'm saying? I came to America for summer vacation and I saw a CD burner. I was like, yo, this is gonna change my life. You know what I'm saying? So when I started burning my little demos and going to school and letting my friends hear it, it was kind of just like a laughing stock because it was just like everybody was like, yo, dog, why ain't a DJ, brother? Why ain't I do reggae? Why ain't I do dancehall? So it was really unheard of for somebody from Jamaica to be doing hip hop. And I definitely was at the forefront of that. There was a few other people that, was from different schools that I would link with eventually that was doing that, but I definitely was the first wave and generation of that. That wasn't something that was normal. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And it was like for anybody else that was doing what I was doing, they probably would have quit.
Yeah.
Because just the energy, you know what I'm saying, just the feedback, the response, it was just like, yo, bro, like you're that Jamaica, way out of this hip hop team, Ray. And look at it now, like hip hop is the biggest art form in the world.
Oh yeah.
But people tend to forget that hip hop actually originated from Jamaica. The first recognized hip hop musician is a guy called Kool Herc that was from Jamaica that moved to New York. And that's when hip hop became a genre, a sound. So it actually originated from Jamaica. And then me growing up with my dad, him throwing concerts, a lot of younger generation people wouldn't know who this is, but the first rapper was a guy called U-Roy. Have you ever heard of U-Roy?
Oh yes, I've heard of U-Roy.
Okay, so U-Roy was an artist from the 60s that actually created the genre of rap. He was the first one to come on the track and do like a style, it's called like a scat.
Yeah.
Which is not singing,
right.
It's not melody, it's him coming on the track and chanting and speaking on the track. He was basically the first rapper. So y'all do y'all research. Y'all make sure y'all go look up U-Roy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say they're doing this and that and they don't know where it's coming from. Make sure y'all know y'all facts, man.
I like that. What you said is so true. I like the name Third World Dawn. We're from Kingston.
Yeah.
The word Dawn is popular all around Jamaica. What inspired how you decided to come about with that name? What led you to adopt that name, to go by that name, Third World Dawn?
So when I was younger, when I first moved to America and I was moving around the music scene, I didn't have a name for myself. So when I first came to Florida, it was like a culture shock for me because growing up, I used to listen to like New York music, New York rap. So I come to South Florida for Lauderdale and it's like, the Southern music. And it was just like a culture shock for me. So I remember saying, I'm gonna take a step back and I'm gonna focus on production and just try kind of like figure my sound out, figure myself out as an artist. So I started as a producer in America and pretty much like the name Mike Beats, which a lot of people that know me by that name. I put out a lot of music at that name. I remember pretty much like I came up with that name from everybody saving my number in their phone as Mike Beats. And it just kind of one of those things. I feel like names is not something you give yourself. I feel like a name is just something that's given to you.
Yeah.
So as I progressed with my career, eventually, I started doing bigger things. I started really putting on for my city, putting on for my neighborhood, putting on for my country, and I started to get a lot of recognition. And a lot of people would just look at my movement, look at how my body language, look at how I was moving, look at how the people behind me was moving, and they would just call me Don. And we just try to figure out how we could really just like encompass that whole energy and that vibe. And pretty much we came up with Third World Don, me coming from a third world country, being Jamaica, and also not even just representing from Jamaica, representing for all the third world countries, representing for Africa, representing for anywhere that has the have-nots. You know what I'm saying? To come from nothing, to make something of it. That's what we embody. That's what we represent.
I like the name. I like that. I like that name, Third World Dawn. I like the Mike Beats.
Yeah, my
That's
dad,
good.
my dad really likes that name.
I really like that name also.
To my dad, I'm still Mike.
You're still Mike
Yeah.
Beats. But to the rap world and to the Jamaican genre, yeah man, Third World Dawn. That is very powerful. But you're also a producer. You write music and you produce. Very gifted. Not much artist is able to write their own music and still produce their own beats. You know, so there's a great level of creativity. What are some of the things that motivates you? What motivates you in writing your songs?
Uh, my music has evolved from different stages. You know, I remember younger, I would write music. You know, I remember being 14, 15 years old, writing, you know, lyrics and just writing the most clever things that I could come up with, or writing things that I felt like would, you know, move people, or writing things that I thought were the best lyrics, but actually not having any experience. And you know, there's a lot of artists that you're 13, 14, 15, and there's artists now that I've come across that the 13, 14, 15 that have more life experience than somebody at 30, 40 years old.
Yeah.
You know, the world is changing. So I just remember going through phases in my music of writing songs off of what I thought was witty and clever, then writing songs that I think were, you know, would connect with the audience. And as I grew older, music evolved from me from just actually just music to like, you know, everything I do now is like my life. You know what I'm saying? Is a representation of what I'm living, where I'm at, my feelings. I actually don't write music. You know, music comes from an inspiration from a higher source.
Yeah.
So really, like what inspires me is real life. And they say art imitates life.
Yeah.
You know, but for me, it's not art imitating life. It's like one and the same.
One of the same.
Yeah.
Your music, because I listened to a few of it. How would you um, see yourself as a rapper? Because they're gangster rapper,
Mhm.
they're rappers that write love songs for women, and there's some rappers like Little Baby.
Mhm.
He's what you would call him, a singing rapper, or what you would call him?
I think music is evolving.
Uh-huh.
So you know, in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, rap was kind of like the biggest thing. But I think that, you know, things have a timestamp. So now it's like going back to melody driven.
Melody driven.
So really, I think like how I would explain like this younger generation, they're just really like, it's a lifestyle music. So they're just giving you, you know, when they wake up in the morning and step out the door, and this is what they did, and this is what they're going through, and this is what, you know, the situation is in their neighborhood or their community. This is what they got on their mind. This is what they're stressing about. And I feel like personally right now, music is more realer than it's ever been.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, you know, you got social media. People want to see into your life 24 hours a day. People want to see what you ate. People want to see if you went to the bathroom. People want to see, you know, if you went to the mall.
Right.
So, you know, these new generation of artists, they're very talented, and they're really giving you their life. They're putting it all on the line. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would put them in.
But you know, everyone as every musician or everyone in life always has somebody that they looked up to. Which rapper was your favorite rapper while coming up that you thought that really inspired you in the format of the way your music is going today?
That's a very, very, very
Very,
good
very.
question. Yeah. Because the funny thing is, the rappers that influenced me when I was younger are not necessarily the rappers that influence me now. I would say when I was younger, I used to listen to a lot of and not just rap music.
Right.
You know, I would listen to a lot of music from like a lot of different genres. But I would say like people like Busta Rhymes, for example, influenced me a lot. Missy Elliott. Uh, I would say that Eminem, Jay Z, Nas. You know, just the greats, the legends.
Yeah.
I took a page out of everybody's book. You know, Snoop Dogg. To be who I am now, it wouldn't have been me if it wasn't for these guys that set the bar at that level.
Like I like that because these are great legends. Nas, Snoop Dogg, Eminem. These are great. Jay Z,
Yeah.
great lyricists. So how do you see yourself as a rapper? You see yourself as a, remember I asked, do you do your rap music? It speak about everyday life.
Yeah.
But are you one of those combatant rappers? If it comes onto a stage and if you have to combat, are you one of those type of rappers?
I am every rapper
I like that.
because I grew up through every phase of hip hop, and I've had to adapt, and I've had to hone my skills and sharpen my sword on every style. So I don't even consider myself a rapper. I consider myself an artist because I don't just rap. Rap is just one of the lanes that I do. And the people that listen to my music, they know how versatile and they know how wide of a wide range of music that I do. Sometimes I feel like doing R&B music. Sometimes I might feel like doing reggae music. Sometimes I might do rap music, and that's just where it's at. There's no box that is Third World Don.
Yeah,
Third World Don is a universal brand, a universal sound.
I like that. We're going to take a break. An artist. I like that. An artist. We're going to take a break right now from Pathway to Success, and we're going to look on one of Third World Dawn videos. We'll be back with you shortly.
Yes. Yeah. Bless. Alright. Bless. Alright. Yeah. Bless. Alright. Wake up in the morning feeling blessed. Feeling blessed. Never chase off, we chase a check. Chase a check. I got all these diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my wrist, thotties on my them blessed. You know I'ma die for my respect. Try me every day, I be with it. I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Hey. Money coming in, it's coming in. I'm blessed. And then I tell her come again. I'm blessed. Haters wanna see me on the bench. Feel like Kelly said it best. They don't wanna see you win, but I'm blessed. I don't even got a flex. Eating out the snake. Grateful that a nigga hit just to see another day. Please will not compare. We are not the same. Go to bed. Wake up in the morning feeling blessed. Feeling blessed. Never chase off, we chase a check. Chase a check. I got all these diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my wrist, thotties on my I'm blessed. You know I'm a top of my respect. Try me every day, I be with it. I'm blessed. Hey. It ain't tricking if you know you got it. You blessed. My jeweler hit me with the holy water. Blessed. Haters try to block like Iguodala. What you did? Say a prayer, then I go and read the Bible. To the top, I'm on the roads. Then I got the Holy Ghost. Hater watching every move. They be jocking on the low, cause I'm blessed. All the diamonds on my neck. I be counting all this bread. Go to bed, then I wake up in the morning feeling blessed. Feeling blessed. Never chase off, we chase a check. Chase a check. I got all these diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my wrist, thotties on my I'm blessed. You know I'm a top of my respect. Try me every day, I be with it. I'm blessed. Hey. Pray before I sleep, so I feel blessed. Angels watching over me, so I feel blessed. Made it with my team, so I feel blessed. Watch out. Pray before I sleep, so I feel blessed. Angels watching over me, so I feel blessed. Made it with my team, so I feel blessed. Feel blessed.
Welcome back to Pathway to Success. We have in the house Third World Dawn. Yeah, in the place from out of Jamaica. And he's making great waves and great impact in the US market right here. And so we were just having a great time backstage. I really love your video. The music is so strong and powerful. The lyrics,
Thank you.
good lyrical content.
Thank you.
You're like a poet. You remind me someone like Tupac. Tupac was a great poet. His song, and I love the positivity out of music, and I love the video.
Thank you.
You know, who is the one that what are some of the challenges that you faced so far since you've been in the industry? Because I'm sure there's so much challenges. Yeah.
I mean, just with anything in life, you know, it's gonna be resistance, it's gonna be challenges. Anything worth having is not easy to get. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like my whole life I feel has been more difficult than the average person, but it's because I had a dream and I set out to do that and I knew what I wanted. And you know, the resistance is gonna come, the no's are gonna come, you're gonna get 1,000 no's before you get one yes. And it's just the persistence and the faith and just knowing that, you know, this is what you're gonna do, this is what you want, and just, you know, consistency, that's what's gonna take you through. But it's like, you know, as an artist in music, it's just like anything else. It's all relative. Like if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a pastor, you want to be a ball player, it's gonna come hard times and it's gonna come times when you feel like you want to quit. And when you push through and take it to that next level, that's when you realize like, man, you know, I gotta stick with this.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. Writing, when we spoke about that, the things that inspire you to write your song, I think we looked on that earlier on. But writing is, you have to be, as a rapper, creativity is a must.
Yeah.
And so, what are the creative tactics that you use when writing? But also, how do you prevent yourself from being repeating yourself, being repetitive in writing the same song over and over? Because there's some rappers that I recognize is that if you've heard one song, you hear the second one, it sounds like the same thing. There's no difference to it. There's no creativity in it. How do you keep yourself creative, not to be repetitive in your music?
I think the way that I personally choose to do music, being that music is pretty much like me documenting my life. You know, there's always new things happening in my life, always new situations, new circumstances, new memories to pull from. It never gets stagnant because it's like I'm not fitting into a box. If me and you had a conversation right now for an hour, I might go into the studio and I might make a song that's relative to the conversation that we had, and it's coming from the heart. It's coming from a real place, so it's always going to be fresh.
Yeah, you're creative. That's being creative. What do you feel about is there a special song that you've ever written? Because artists always have special songs. A particular song that stand out to you that you thought that song was just, yeah, that's my favorite of the ones that you have done so far.
I mean, as a musician, you know, like I have a very strong bond with my music because it's very personal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people will message me or hit me up and be like, yo, you know, you said this in that song. Is that real? Like, it's real.
It's real. It's real. It's
like,
real, y'all. It's real.
Like for me, I have this thing where it's like, if it's not real, I can't say it.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. I can't sit here and I can't make
Right.
stuff up.
Oh, right.
I can't make stuff up and I can't make up scenarios and fabricate things. It has to be real to me for me to feel it as an artist. But I will say that, you know, as a musician, you know, I make a lot of music, and it's not necessarily about how much music I make, but it's what connects with people. And to me, it's amazing. A song like "Blessed." I remember doing that song in a hotel room.
Really?
And you know, because when I go out of town for whatever, you know, for show, whatever, I always bring my equipment with me. So,
yeah.
You know, people want to go out and party, people want to go out here. I'm setting up, I want to record. You know, that's my passion. So I remember recording that in a hotel room, and I gave my friend my phone, and he was recording me. And normally I'm a very private person, so I don't put everything on the internet. And he started recording me while I was recording that song. And, you know, within like 30 minutes, it was thousands of views, comments, people just going crazy. And I wasn't even going to finish the song because to me, it was just like, but just to see the way that people connected and resonated with it, I was like, oh yeah, I got to finish this. And that song, you know, it's an inspiration. Like people wake up in the morning and that's the first thing they listen to. When they get up out of bed, they want to go to work. They want to go get them some money. They want to, you know what I'm saying, do something productive. They want to accomplish something. That's like a soundtrack.
Yeah.
And that's what I realized as an artist. That's one of my strong points is just like motivation, and the highest human act is to inspire. So if I could inspire somebody to get up out of bed and go get them some money or go, what I'm saying, pass a border or make an accomplishment or do something special in their life, man, that's all that's what I do this for. So, Bless is very special to me because it's just like undeniable when I go and perform it for people that never heard it before. They just like, yo, man, that song. And every artist, like, that's what we strive for.
Yeah. You have worked with several well-known artists.
More than so.
More than many, right? Let's say many.
Yeah.
Which one? That you have worked with so far that has really impacted your life a lot?
Every one of them. Every one of them, because to me, growing up, listening to these guys, watching their videos, wanting to be like them, being inspired by them, the fact that, they're looking at me now and be like, yo, you're fire, you're dope, I need to do this with you. Yo, there's been people that pulled me to the side like, yo, listen, man, you're the voice of this generation, and really gave me that energy and gave me that affirmation to know that I'm great as well. And to me, I don't take it as me because I'm a vessel. You feel me? We artists and musicians, we're vessels for the people. I'm a human being just like anybody else. I have flaws like anybody else. God, the higher power, the universe, whatever you believe in, gave me this talent to be able to, parlay this message and this energy. And working with every one of those, legends, greats, even if we never did a song, even if they pulled me to the side, had a conversation with me, it was inspiring and motivated me to be where I'm at today.
Oh, that's powerful. Your music is so powerful. Is there any musician you'd like to collaborate with? Let's look at it now. Now, we're going to look at both sides.
Yeah.
I want to look on the hip hop first, then we're going to look at dancehall. Because we were talking a little bit of backstage here before we came back on camera about a particular artist that I was saying to you that Sizzler, I mean, he's powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big up, brother.
Big up. Yeah.
Me and Sizzler Kalonji have a song called, it's on my album Trench Town. And y'all look it up, Third World Dawn featuring Sizzler Kalonji. To me, I got a top three.
Yeah.
As far as dancehall and reggae music, and that's Sizzler Kalonji, Vibes Cartel, and Damian Marley.
Wow.
Those to me are like the top three people that inspired me. And so far, I've done songs with 2 out of 3.
You have done songs with 2, but which is the second one? I know about Sizzler, but which is the second one?
So right now, to make my bucket list complete would be to do a song with Damian Marley.
Oh wow! Damian, you're watching.
Yeah.
Third World Dawn. We want this to happen this year.
Hey, he said.
Yeah. I want this to happen this year. Great artist, great talent. Want this to happen this year. And what was it like doing that song with Sizzler?
This one is heavy.
Because he's lyrical. He's just deep.
So Sizzler to me is like one of few artists. Like Sizzler, I could listen to his entire catalog. I don't care. Like the song is unfinished, unmixed. Like it's just he has that ability as an artist to make you fall in love with his music and his message. Basically, I had a friend, like one of my I would say my closest friend from high school that we grew up together. And he was the first person I ever recorded music with, one of the first people that ever knew that I was a musician, an artist, and believed in me. And he started to work with Sizzler. And this is a guy that just like had unconditional love, just real. And anytime he would have an opportunity, I remember being in Jamaica, he ran down on Bounty Killer. Yo, Bounty. Yo, so my artist saying a Third World Dawn. Bounty said, yeah, third one? Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he was just the type of person, like he didn't really care like what or who or how they was gonna take it. He was gonna let them know, like, yo, this is Third World Dawn.
Yeah.
You feel me? And he started to work with our Sizzler, and immediately he called me and said, yo, Yandara, yo, boom bam. And that's how it came together. And sadly, one of my biggest heartbreaks of my entire life is losing my best friend, and his name is Kioma Williams, Red State Productions. Last year, December, he tragically passed in a car accident in Jamaica.
Oh, my condolences to Kioma
Yeah,
family.
yeah, and that was one of the things that I've struggled with, and it's just so crazy to me that my best friend that just believed in me so much, he made that happen, and I remember him. The craziest thing too is last year was election, and
Yeah.
this man went to August Town. Hey, if anyone is from Jamaica, you know where August
Oh
Town is.
yeah, yeah, man.
During the elections, to go link with Sizzler to let him know that we needed to shoot the video for this song. This is how dedicated this man was.
That's a big sacrifice because at the time, I mean, August Town is on fire.
He risking his life,
Yeah,
his
risking his
freedom,
life. Yeah.
just to make sure that we get his video done. So it's like, yo, RIP to my best homie, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Your memory will never be forgotten. Keoma Williams, Red State Productions. And if y'all don't know, make sure y'all go look up his catalog of music. Amazingly talented musician. But he made that happen. He made my dream collaboration happen.
Oh, that's may soul rest in peace. Tell us the places you have performed so far, and do you have any upcoming events or shows?
Okay, so as far as places I perform, I would say the biggest, most notorious, performed at the O2 Arena in London,
That's cool.
where Michael Jackson and Prince performed.
Wow, really? What was that like? Tell us.
Man, that was surreal. It was a surreal experience just performing in that environment. It was like fully sold out shows, people down here, people up there, And sometimes in that moment, you don't really like take that moment in. You're kind of just in that zone. But like when I look back at it now, I'm like, wow, I did that. Yeah.
You're an artist. Not many artists will answer this one, honestly. But do you get nervous sometimes before a show? Like to such a that arena is a huge arena. I've
Yeah.
seen it on. Do you get nervous the first time knowing that you perform in an arena where so many great musicians have performed? What was the feeling like before you went on stage when they called you out?
I tell people that I don't get nervous. I get anxious.
You get
I get
anxious.
anxious. I'm ready to go. I'm like, yo, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? That's really my energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I've really visualized this since forever, and it's just like I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to go.
And how did the people respond to your performance?
It was a standing ovation. It was a standing ovation. Y'all can actually look that up. If y'all look up Wizard Sleeve Live O2 Arena, y'all can go see that performance. And that was on Sky One Network.
Sky One, oh,
Yeah.
no, that's powerful. That's major.
That was
That's
amazing.
big third world.
Yeah.
Are you currently working? Is there any new projects that you're working on right now?
So right now I'm almost finished with my third studio album. It's called Trench God. I got
Trench.
Trench God.
What? That's unique. Tell us, how did you come up with that name? What inspired you? Tell us about that.
So
that name.
Trench God is another nickname that I've been given.
Yes.
Because I come from the trenches and
Right.
I've mastered that at a God level.
Right.
So they call me Trench God.
Oh, so creative.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, you're so creative, so unique.
Thank
I
you.
like the different names, so unique. From on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate your writing skills, and how do you rate yourself overall as an artist?
That's a bad question because I'm gonna give myself 1,000 out of 10. Yeah.
And you also produce any artists, because you're a rapper, you do reggae also, a little reggae, but you also produce any artists that you're looking at that you would really help to put up as a young artist that's coming up right now? But you're on the scene right there, and most of the times artists as established as you are normally look for someone they say, I think that person got talent, I can help pull them up.
Yeah.
Anyone you see right now?
To me, I go off of God puts the people in my life that is for me and I'm for them. So I don't necessarily go out of my way to try to meet someone or try to meet people. It's just like the right people come my way. So whenever I meet an artist or whoever that, is on that same frequency that I am, that has the same passion and hunger that I have. It doesn't matter the talent level, because talent to me is just like hard work. You know, you could start from here. Everyone has to start from A, but for you to get from A to Z, it depends on your drive, depends on how hard you work at your craft. So it's like somebody might come to me in the early stages of their career and they might end up being the greatest artist of all time because they put that work in. So I don't really look at that. I just look at, you know, who God puts in my trajectory, who puts in my path, and you know, if I have that connection with them as a person and we have that chemistry musically, we're gonna make some music.
Make some music. Yeah. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? You're so gifted, well, a great writer, producer, well traveled, well connected to. You've performed with some greats in the industry. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years from now?
I try not to see myself because that will be put in a limit.
In a limit, right? Yes. But where would you want to be in the next 5 years then? Maybe I should reword it like that.
Um, every stage of my career, you know, as long as I'm happy,
Yes.
and as long as I'm living up to my full potential,
Mm-hmm.
that's really all I care about. Really, just happiness and living up to my full potential, and knowing that, you know, I'm doing what I'm fully capable of doing.
Trench God, you said that's the next album out, Trench God, right?
Yeah.
When will that drop? I gotta really my hands on the first copy.
Oh man, my family.
You gotta promise us to get us one in our hands
Hey,
so we
if
can.
we had comments, it would be people on there right now like, yo, you were supposed to drop that from a year ago.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So Trench God is gonna drop when Trench God is gonna drop. Right now, we just dropping music. You know, we're just having fun with it, building the anticipation. You know, it might drop tomorrow. Who knows?
That would be great. That would be great. In closing, what advice would you give young aspiring artists who want to become as successful as you are?
Um, just don't take nothing for granted. Don't think that this is easy. Take it serious. Go back, do your homework, know your history, know where this is coming from, know where this is going. Stay out of trouble. You know, everybody wants to be gangster. Everybody wants to be the tough guy. You
Yeah.
know, the end of the day, you being in trouble becomes a liability to yourself. You feel me? You want to be able to travel to every country. You want to be able to move to every state. You want to be able to have a clean criminal record so you don't have no issues with getting that money. Like you getting in trouble, going to jail is gonna get in your way. You feel what I'm saying? And these are lessons that nobody taught us. Nobody taught you. Everybody told us to be gangster. Everybody told us to be, you know, ready to go, all that stuff. But they don't tell you what comes with it. They don't tell you that you could lose your life. They don't tell you that you could lose your career off of, you know, this stuff. So just stay focused. Don't let anybody ever tell you, if you know this is for you, don't let anybody ever tell you like, nah, yo, do this, let's do this. Like, stay focused, stay with it, because you put that hard work in and that dedication, it's gonna happen for you.
Wow, what a positive note to end this interview with Michael Beats, aka Third World Don. I'm looking out for that album
Oh yeah, it's
very
coming,
soon.
it's coming.
And
hey, look out.
Anybody you want to shout out to before we get off here?
Look out for my brand new single called Slide featuring Kent Jones, one of the biggest artists in the game right now. He signed with Epic and DJ Khaled's We the Best.
Wow.
Video dropping next week. Single out right now. Make sure y'all go check that out. Make sure y'all go check my single out, Bless. Make sure y'all go Google search Third World Don, because you never know what you might find. You heard?
So they can, okay, they just type in Third World Dawn, and if anyone want to book you the same way.
Same way.
Same way.
You know how to find me.
Okay. Wow. Wow. What can I say? This interview was a great interview. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you for having
The
me.
pathway to success at the top, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, see that? Yeah. Come on, Jamaica, come on.
They're gonna copy that.
They're gonna copy that. Yeah, you gotta copyright that one. Right? Copyright that one. In ending pathway to success, success begins within you. All you need to do is believe in yourself and and follow the dream that you have, and you'll walk to success. Have a great week.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man.